Hey Z-Team, how are you? I just wanted to record a video for all of you this morning. I'm on my way to work, and Colette and I spoke last night. I won't be able to make it live to the call, but I wanted to share this video with you, this recording with you, and let's face it, at the top of this video, let's just talk about the difference between live and recorded video. Live video is great. You're right there with people. Live presentations, you're right there with people. But we live in a world where recorded video is king. Content is king. And just plugging people into a system like what we have with ZTEAM.family, it edifies what I'm doing here with you this morning. I'd love to be with you live, but I can't. We all live busy lives. We're all in a busy world, and this morning, it's the first day of the next month, and my job is calling me. I should say my business. I don't like the word job. Job stands for just over broke, and the way I work my job, I'm certainly not just over broke. But my business is calling me this morning, my other business, and I have to be there. But I want to be with all of you at the same time, so I'm recording this video. And I hope that something I share in this video today, in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I hope it pushes the button of just one person here today. Just one person. I heard my mentor say that to me going back to October 19th, 2002. Let me share a quick story with you. On October 19th, 2002, it was my first real introduction to the free enterprise, home-based business, network marketing, multi-level marketing. I don't care what name you give this profession or this industry. It doesn't matter to me, the name. A business where you can work from home, represent a company or a product, in the hopes that one day, that if you work it really, really hard, and you become the best you can possibly become, and work as hard as you possibly can, in the hopes that one day you can have financial freedom. And what is that? That's money that's coming in whether you work or don't work. That's the ability to not have to work for anybody else if you don't want to. Is that music to anybody's ears this morning, watching this presentation, watching this training I'm going to do for you this morning? But I heard my mentor Richard call from the stage at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, in front of about 200 to 300 people that day for the launch of a company way back when. And he was there just to speak about what the industry had done for his life. He had made over $100 million in the profession. He had done really well with his money, and he had no reason to ever work again. I heard a man tell that kind of story, and I said to myself, I want that kind of life for myself. And that's why I'm here with all of you today, because I've never given up on this profession. I'm not a quitter. Now, a lot of people quit in life. I've certainly stopped and stalled and recalibrated, but you know, there's nothing like network marketing, and there's nothing like being at the right place at the right time with the right company and the right product or right products or right services. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And one of the main messages I'm going to share with you this morning is the exhilaration that you feel when you're building a network. So anyway, my mentor said if I push the button of one person here today, I did my job. And guess what? I looked around the room saying, I don't know if anyone else feels like their button was pushed, but he certainly pushed my button. I'm the man he was talking about. My button was pushed, and I was right. He pushed that button so hard and annoyed me so much that day in a very positive manner that I had to find out if it was real. Can you really create financial freedom? Can you really make incredible money in home-based business? And the answer, folks, is yes. And I'm still in this profession 21 years later. It's been off and on for me, and I can't give up on it. I can't get away from it. Just a quick little testimony. I've done well in this profession. I know what it is to earn hundreds of dollars a month. I know what it is to earn thousands of dollars a month in this profession. I know what it is to earn tens of thousands of dollars a month, tens upon tens of thousands of dollars a month in this profession. And I've been very, very fortunate, one of the few, I think, in this profession, to know what it's like to make over $100,000 in 1 month. And I spend the first handful of minutes in today's video with all of you to just get you to open your mind to what is possible. Now, can I promise any of you out there that you'll make hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, or over 100,000 a month or more? No, I can't do that. This business is based on performance. And the question is, are you willing to perform? It's also based on being at that right place at the right time with the right company. And is this company Transact Card the company that could set a lot of us free if we work really hard today and into the future? No, I believe it has a chance. There are no guarantees, but I believe it has a chance. My partner Colette Daniels, who is playing this video for you today, should you be watching this right now on our live Zoom for our Saturday morning teaching on July 1st, 2023. This is my birthday month, so happy birthday month to me. I'm just happy to be alive after some unforeseen incidents that happened about 9 months ago, where I got cut wide open right down the middle of my chest and had to repair some arteries and had to put some different veins in my heart just to keep me alive because I was all clogged up. But I'm here with you today, and Colette's here with you today. And while I'm talking about that, let me share with you a little bit about the leader of this organization. Leader of the organization is not me. Leader of this organization is Colette Daniels. And she's an amazing leader. She's an amazing friend. And she's on fire. She can enroll anybody for you. I should say this. She can help you enroll anybody. All you got to do is leverage her and use her. If I were any one of you, I'd be organizing a group of 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 people, inviting them over my home. I'd be doing something online as well, inviting people online, and I would ask Mrs. Daniels to do a presentation for you. That's what I would do. As a matter of fact, that's what I do. My involvement and my engagement with this company today, as of right now, July 1st, is on a limited basis. Playing more of a mentor role, playing more of a recruiter role than I am playing a daily active builder in the organization because I just don't have the time. But Colette has the time, and she has the experience, and she has a wealth of knowledge, and quite frankly, everything I'm sharing with you today, I know for a fact she can share with you in her own way. But she asked me to prepare something today for all of you, and that's what I'm doing. I've got this 50-minute hour ride to Albuquerque, New Mexico every single morning and every single night. I'm willing to do whatever it takes when it comes to providing for my son and my family and making sure that I'm not living on the streets. There's a lot of homeless people out there, and I think a lot of people, I don't know everyone's situation, I think a lot of people give up on life and then they find themselves in a position where it's not a desirable position. And I refuse to be in that place. I don't know about all of you, but one of my biggest fears in this world is a fear of poverty. And talk about that in the great book called Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. And while I'm talking about that, if you haven't read that book, please do so. Please get that book. It's a prerequisite to be in a business relationship with Colette and I, that you understand the principles, the 13 principles in that book, and that they become a part of you. They become ingrained in you. So, but back to Colette. Colette's incredible. She's an amazing leader. She's got her whole schedule in front of her to help take this Transact Card team, this ZTEAM, to the moon. And I'd put all my faith, and I do put all my faith and my trust in Colette, that she can take this business to the moon for each and every one of us. So anyway, with that, let me share something with you that I love about network marketing. Let me share something I love about network marketing. First of all, never before, and this includes my entire sports background, my football, basketball, soccer, all the different sports I played in my life, never before have I experienced an exhilaration the way I've experienced in network marketing. You know, there's one thing to score a game-winning touchdown. I've done some of those in my life. There's one thing to hit a full-court shot, a half-court shot, a three-point shot to win a game. I've done that in my life. There's another thing to punt a ball 80 yards in the air and hear the whole crowd just gasp for air like, whoa. Those are all great achievements that I've felt in my sports life. Dunking a basketball in a game at only 5'11". When I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, I got in the best shape of my life. And I remember I got to the point where I could dunk a basketball with two hands. And it was exhilarating to feel those moments in sports. And everything to me is sports. Every analogy I use is sports, because to me, sports is life. Football is life. Well, I have all those great experiences, and I'm sure you have had many in your life as well, especially those of you watching who are athletes. But I have never felt an exhilaration, a continuous exhilaration like I've felt in network marketing, in home-based business. And if we're calling Transact Card franchise marketing, I don't know what we're calling this. Once again, going back to the beginning of my video, I don't care what the business is or what they call it. If you're introducing it to people and you're getting paid to build a network of people and lead a group of people around a product or a service, then it is what it is. But in all my life, I've experienced exhilaration. I'm kind of, I guess, an adrenaline junkie to a certain extent, although I'm not into that extreme sport stuff. But I'll work as hard as I can to have that one moment where you have that feeling, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about, that feeling? And when I got into this profession, I didn't know what kind of feelings could be delivered in this profession. But when I started to build a team, and I started out by enrolling one person and then two people. And by the way, folks, it starts with enrolling one. Each one, reach one, teach one to reach one. One of my favorite quotes in the profession from one of my late great mentors, Mr. Bob Crisp, who just passed away recently. He's a triple diamond in Amway years ago and a network marketing legend. And we met years ago back in 2005, and we were friends ever since. And I spent a lot of time on the phone and on Zoom and in person with him, just listening to his stories and hearing his wisdom. But the exhilaration that you can feel in this profession is unlike any other. When I remember back to when I built my first organization, and I enrolled 7 people in the first month, and those 7 people brought in a total of 37 people. Let me ask you a question. Can you see yourself doing that? Can you see yourself introducing 7 people to Transact Card in the next 30 days and then helping those 7 people bring in about 37 people? That's the foundation of building an organization. About 30 people in a 30-day period will launch the rest of your life and your career in Transact Card, should this company become what we all want to become. All it takes is 30, and it goes back to you. All it takes is number 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 5, and 6, and 7. And I enrolled 7 people that brought in 37. I remember at the end of the month, I was so excited. It's like, oh my God, I got 37 people on my team at the very beginning of my career, and that was a big number to me. 37 people. Wow, I got 37 people on my team. I introduced those 7 people, spread it to 37 people. I started to learn that you don't have to do it all by yourself. I started to learn that if you work with the right people and you enroll the right people, that they start to tell people, even when you're not talking, they're talking. I started to learn the value of leverage, where, wow, I'm not in this by myself. I'm in this for myself, meaning I've got a business with a checking account attached to it, and I signed up a DBA, and all the money that I'm going to earn this month, I'm going to get paid on. But it wasn't all my efforts. And I started to learn the value, and what network marketing really teaches you is it teaches you entrepreneurship. And to me, the definition of an entrepreneur is somebody who gets behind or creates or comes up with an idea or a business of his own or her own, and then gets out there and starts marketing it, and then finds other people to help him market it, help her market it. And now all of a sudden it's not you working it by yourself. I think about the car dealership I'm going to right now. The general manager sits in his office all day long. He does not sell one car, not one car. But he's got 25 of us on the sales floor, and some of us are selling 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 plus cars a month. But he gets to sit there in that office all day long and just talk to some people and make some calls and do his GM duty. But what does he have? He has leverage, and there ain't nothing better than leverage. Well, guys, I started to experience what that was like, and it became exhilarating. And in the next month, 118 people joined, and I think I enrolled about 5 or 6 new ones. That's it. Not a lot. 5 or 6 new people. And I had a lot of people in my life, 5 or 6 new, no big deal. Did a lot of people say no? Yes, a lot of people said no. At first, did it kind of hurt my feelings? Yes, it hurt my feelings. Well, you're saying no to me? No, they weren't saying no to me. They were saying no to the business, the opportunity. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Just remember, sometimes the timing's not right for people. Therefore, don't get caught up on whether or not people say yes or no. Just get caught up in showing it. Share it. Show and tell. I like to tell people I'm not in car sales. I'm in show and tell. I show and tell. I show and tell people about cars. I show people cars, I tell them about cars. If they want to buy one, they buy one. I say this to my customers. Just so you know, I'm not a salesperson, and I'm not a very good one. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't have all the tricky little words and expressions, the tie downs, the pre-closes. I don't do all those things. You know what I do? How you doing? My name's Michael Zappia. I work for Sandia Toyota, and I'm here to show and tell and share some cars with you. If what you see here makes sense for you to drive home in one today, then I would like for you to make that decision for you and your family. I'm just here to be the intermediary, the guy in between to help you get what you came down here to look for. So, did you come down here to buy a car? Yes? Great. I mean, obviously you're here. Or did you come down here just to look? Just let me know. I want to know because my time's valuable, and so is yours, I'm sure. If you came down here to look, take a look around. If you're serious about buying a car or serious about test driving one that you may want to buy, then let me know. I don't like wasting time with the wrong people. I do not like wasting time with the wrong people. Translate that to Transact card. And let me ask you a question. Are you open to a business opportunity? Do you look at business opportunities? Have you ever been involved in home-based business? Have you ever been involved with a network marketing company? Have you ever started a franchise? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you making all the money you want to make with what you currently do? I ask a lot of questions when I meet people. Because when I meet people, I want to find out exactly where they are to know whether or not what I have to offer them is something that they'd be interested in. If they say to me, no, I hate network marketing, I cut the conversation right there. Or no. If anybody gives me any resistance, write this in your notes. Any resistance, walk away. This isn't something you need to overcome objections. You're not salespeople, folks. You're networkers. You're part of ZTEAM. We're not here to convince people, close people, pitch people. We're not here to pressure people. We're here to share, show, and tell. So if you're taking notes, write that down as well. All your job is to get people to take a look. Share, show, and tell. Does that make sense? That's it. And don't be one of these people, because there's a bunch of them out there, and they, quite frankly, I hate to say it like this, but I'm going to say it. They suck. They suck at this kind of a business. Have you ever received a text message out of the blue? Worse yet, have you ever sent a text message out of the blue where you didn't even take the time to say hi to the person? Hello, how are you? What's going on? Didn't ask any questions, didn't get them on a call, and you just spammed them with a text message saying, oh my God, it's called Transact Card. You got to join. We're going to make lots of money, blah, 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 blah. I see so many people do that. I want to stick my finger straight down the back of my throat, and I want to puke all over myself. I can't stand it. I despise when people approach me in that manner. And especially when it comes from people I've mentored over the years, it makes me sick to my stomach. You didn't even take the time to say hello to me. You didn't take the time to ask me for permission to share something you're excited with. Don't puke on people, and don't do anything without getting permission from somebody. And what I want to add lastly here, because I'm getting to the end of my time, I want to upload this video so it's available for you all at 9 o'clock this morning, Mountain Standard Time. And I hope something I'm sharing with you gets you excited. I hope something I'm sharing with you pushes that button of yours. But the last thing I want to share with you is really on behalf of Richard Martinez, because yesterday on my drive home, where I have a little bit of time to get on calls and talk about our business with ZTEAM, I was talking to Richard, and I said, Richard, let's do this. Let's work. He responded to my post the other day that he said he wanted me to mentor him. And when someone says they want me to mentor them, I take it really, really seriously. And I hope they take it seriously. And I hope they take it personally, because it's a personal thing for me to give my time. You know what? I'd rather open up my wallet and give you money than my time, truth be told, because my time is worth way more than money. But I gave Richard a little bit of my time yesterday, about a half an hour, and I'm giving you all about 20 minutes of my time right now. And this matters to me. Time and energy matter to me. You only get so much time and so much energy in the course of a day. You guys ever get to the end of your work day or the end of your day and you're exhausted? Every single day I leave it all on the field. Every day with my new business in car sales. Every day when I'm in network marketing and I'm building a business, part-time or full-time, I leave it on the field every single day. That energy that you have to put out in order to be successful in this business, it costs. It costs. There's a cost to it. And to me, it's worth way more than money. But this is what I want to share with you and what me and Richard talked about. I said, you're going about things in a way that isn't working for you. So if things aren't working, let's change what you're doing, right? If the things you're doing aren't working, then change the things you're doing. So I said to Richard, what are you doing? He told me what he's doing. He's making a very, very common mistake that each and every one of you and I make probably far too often, and I hope this sticks with you and I hope this hits home. This business with Transact Card and your partnership with Colette Daniels, the leader of the ZTEAM, and myself and Esther and Brian, the executive leadership team that have formed the website, the Facebook pages, and everything to keep our team and our business intact. This business is too important to just throw at somebody like that, like flimsily just throw it out there. So I said to Richard, Richard, I need you to do things different. I want to challenge each and every one of you to do things different. So I need you to slow things down with people. And I want you to reach out to 5 or 10 people in the next couple days. And I want you to set an appointment with them. I don't want you to get into Transact Card. I don't want you to tell them what it's about. So let me talk directly to you instead of telling you the story about me and Richard to make it easier. Don't tell them what it's about. Don't shoot them the video right away. Certainly don't spam them with a text message or an email with a bunch of information, thinking that that's an effective way to share this business. Here's the truth. It took me a month to wrap my head around what we're involved with, and I still don't fully understand it. I still don't get it. I still don't fully understand exactly how this thing is going to work. But I have the faith and the belief in my partner Colette that she discovered something that she believes with all her heart is going to work. And I'm behind her 100% to support this mission and build this team. But it's too important to just throw it out there. So here's what I'm asking you to do. The next person you want to introduce to Transact Card, do me a favor. Text them and engage them in a conversation. Hello, how are you? Joe, how you doing? Engage. Step 1, engage. Step 2, get on a phone call. Or if you want to, hey, you want to grab a coffee? You want to grab something to eat? People will be taken back when you ask them if you want to go do something in person. We live in a world where everyone's doing things by video, by phone, by text message. People are like, you want to go actually physically do something? Yeah, I do. Let's go grab a coffee. And say something to this effect. Pretend I'm talking directly to you and your name is Joe. Joe, listen, I've got something I'm involved with. And quite frankly, it is way too important for me to talk about it over a text message, over a phone call, even over a Zoom. When can we get together? Now, if they don't live in the same city, you might be forced to set up a Zoom meeting. But if they live in your same city, which I hope all of you have people that you know live in a city that live near you. I hope you know people in your city. It'd be crazy for me to think that everyone watching this video doesn't know people that live in their city. And if you really want to build a real team in this business, you don't build it just online, you build it offline, you build it in person. So each and every one of you, I'm asking you, if you're serious about this business, go build a local team in network marketing. You want to get total gratification out of your business? Go get elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, belly to belly with people and sit with people and be with people and go build a local team and do local presentations weekly around Transact Card. I know a lot of people, oh, that's old school, Mike, that doesn't work anymore. Baloney, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, relationships don't work anymore? Good luck trying to convince me of that one. No, Mike, AI is taking over the world. It's going to be all artificial intelligence. Nobody's going to do it work anymore. It's going to be all robots and avatars. Get out of here with that garbage. I'm tired of hearing people tell me that the world's being taken over by AI and robots and intellectual or artificial intelligence. Not going to happen. So, ask that person to go sit with you. When you sit with that person, I'm walking you through this now. When you sit with that person, here's what I'd like you to do. Start out by giving them the floor. So, you know, I invited you down here to talk to you about something that's got me excited. Maybe you're going to say it's got me bothered. I don't know what word you're going to use. Don't get too wordy. But before I get into that, I need to ask you a few questions. I just want to find out where you are in your life. Where are you in your life? One of the greatest things my mentor ever taught me, he said, Michael, find out where people are in their lives. Find out where people are in their lives. Before you ever introduce them to a product or a company or the business opportunity you're representing, you better find out what their current situation in life is. And when I started to take the advice and the mentorship and the direction of my mentor, my life changed. I started to realize that, wow, network marketing is not about selling a product or a service. It's about connecting with a person and finding out if they're even at the right place at the right time in their life to act on the information that you want to share with them. So I started to sit with people and ask them, hey, how do you feel about life? Very difficult question for me to ask at the age of 28, 29, 31, however old I was when I met Richard. But I started to ask people questions. How do you like, what's going on with your job? How do you like your career? You sat down with me and asked me about my new business, job, career in the car business. But if you talked to me long enough, I'd tell you, I work too hard. I work too many hours. The money's pretty good, but it ain't good enough. Not good enough. No amount of money is good enough for me to have to work as hard as I work at this dealership. But right now, at this stage in my life, I got to provide for my son, and I got to take care of him, and I got to do whatever I got to do. And until this Transact card business kicks in, or one of my other business ventures kick in, because I've got plenty of them, until one of them kicks in, I have to do what I have to do. But if you scratched away at me and itched at me about my job, and you asked me enough questions, you love it, do you really like being there till 8 o'clock every day, 7 o'clock every day? Do you like working with some of the rotten people you got to work with in the corporate setting? Do you like working with some of the nasty customers? I'll tell you right away, nope. I don't, but I do what I got to do, right? We do what we got to do. I'm sure every one of you can relate to me. But ask that person about their life. Find out if they're at the right place in the right time to take a look at something that they can do part-time to create some extra income, to possibly create a fortune, to possibly create financial freedom. And once again, you can't promise that to anybody. Don't tell anybody you're going to make a lot of money. You can't do that because you know what? You don't know how tough that person is sitting in front of you. So then and only then, when you find out where they are and they've had a chance to say, I hate my job, I don't like my boss, I'm tired, I don't feel well, my health is going downhill. So let me ask you a question. If I shared something with you right now, that you resonated with, that would take a little bit of work, hard work, part-time, and eventually maybe full-time, should we be that fortunate? If I showed you something right here, right now, and told you about a company where we can get behind a revolutionary idea that can make us some side money that could eventually replace our current income, would you be open? Would you be interested to take a deeper look? And I would hope at that point in the conversation of you listening to where they are in their life, I would hope at that point they'd be willing to share. Now at that point, don't feel the need that you have to do the presentation, sit in front of a phone or a laptop and click Colette's intro, click Colette's 10-minute presentation, or click any of the presentations that you feel, based on what you've taken a look at so far, would resonate with the person sitting in front of you. Don't make the mistake of being the message. Just be the messenger. Don't make the mistake of being the presentation. Just be the person who presents the presentation. And when the day comes that you finally feel that you can do the presentation better than who's on that video, or better than Colette who jumps on live, or John McKillop, or Aaron Whittier, or Brett Rinks, or any of the people in your leadership team that are going to introduce us to you, if you think you can do it better than them at some point, then feel free to roll out that presentation. But until then, don't mess around with thinking you have to be the presentation. All you got to be is a professional inviter. You got to be professionally inviting people to meet with you and professionally inviting them to take a look at what's got you so excited. And I'll leave you with this. You joined, right? The person watching this video, my teammate, Colette's teammate, the ZTEAMer watching this video, you joined the team, right? So ask yourself a question. Why did you join? And then ask yourself, why wouldn't everyone join based on the same reasons I did? A debit card that you can swipe, that you get paid $1 for Z-Buck match on every time you swipe, and you can use Z-Bucks to buy things that you couldn't buy if you didn't have Z-Bucks. You can use Z-Bucks to ultimately buy down the price of products in an e-commerce website that's going to give you wholesale pricing versus paying full retail. Heck, I just bought sneakers for me and my son. I wish we'd have had this website up and running, this Z-Bucks shop right now. I wish it was live, because I'm certain I would have saved probably over $150 on these stupid sneakers that I just spent too much money on for me and my kid. But a card that you swipe, every time other people swipe, you get paid on their swipes. I don't know how much you get paid. I don't know what the little terminology is when they do the presentation and they talk about the points or whatever it is. I'm not smart enough to understand that stuff. All I know is if I introduce this to a couple hundred people, who introduce this to thousands of people, who introduce this to thousands more, and I get paid every time people swipe just because I introduced them to this program, and I get a discount every time I use my Z-Bucks, that made sense to me, sense enough for me to join. So with that, I'm getting to the end of my 30-minute presentation today, my 30-minute training for each and every one of you. I love this team. I love the name ZTEAM. I'm excited about this business. And I'm excited to be a part of this with all of you at this stage in the game when less than 10,000 people in the world know about it. And even though there's almost 10,000 people involved, don't think for a second that they're all engaged. They're not. You've got a competitive advantage over everybody right now. See you soon.